Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of things have changed.
Well, I think being a parent has actually made me think less about myself.
I was very selfish.
Depending on myself, everything for self.
Thinking about yourself.
I want to do my own thing.
You think about yourself.
Thinking about yourself.
Because now you are a team, you are not anymore by yourself.
If I haven't married at all, probably my life is outside a church.
God has put that person in your life so you can learn patience.
I think patience.
Having children, it makes you realise how impatient you are.
And that takes a lot of patience, but a lot of prayer.
Forgiveness. I've been the recipient of it, much of it, throughout my married life.
And also I think that when kids come along, you learn patience.
But yeah, when I have children, I learn a lot of patience.
You got to be a little bit more patient.
It taught me a lot about being patient and kind, by her being patient and kind toward me.
Patience, a lot of patience.
I'm learning patience, put it that way. I'm learning patience, and then
You've got to look after somebody else.
You know, life doesn't revolve around me. It's actually about others, and you've got responsibilities. You've got to look after little people.
And encourage her, she encourages me.
you know, if your children have done something wrong or whatever, you realise you can't get upset. Well, you don't want to get upset.
Married life taught me that I need to put myself last.
Trying to see the other person's point of view, not always being stubborn and holding your own ground.
And when it comes to your choices as well, you need to include the other person as well when you make decision. So it's not just you, it's just two people that need to, It's not really about you, it's about the other person.
Because you love them, you wouldn't do anything that will hurt them or...
But to work as a family, I need to see the needs of my children and the needs of my wife.
It has since I've been a wife, but more since I've had the children. Because when they misbehave, I need to ask myself why they're misbehaving, and usually it's because maybe I have done something wrong, maybe I haven't dealt with them in the right way.
Love, loving one another. As Christ died for us, you realize when you have a family and children, you're willing to do anything, give up your life for them, if it becomes to that, you know.
So you want to deal with them the way God deals with you, when Christ deals with us. I think that's more than anything, just keeping the way, how does Christ deal with me when I've done something wrong?
If my children do the same thing to me, and I do the same thing to God, that would be hurtful to God as well.
So one thing we learn from the Bible, and you don't really understand, is that God is love. And God will do anything for us. As it says that your husbands are to treat their wives as Christ loved the church and gave himself for it. It just means that you treat your wife with the same level of respect that Jesus gave to his church.
The more I love God, the more I'm in love with my husband.
I must be patient and kind and loving and caring for them, just the same way as Christ cared for me and loves me.
It is. It's totally true. Yeah, it's totally true.
Amen.
Is that true? I played the Fifth Amendment.
No, she'd probably be the bluntest, I'd be the one that's the sharp one. No, circumstances are the workmen.
No, my wife is the greatest in terms of, but she has been. And maybe at times what I find that she maybe has been a little too soft on me, because she lets me get away with things more than many people would, I guess.
When somebody loves you, actually it is a little demonstration of God's love to you.
If God invented family and He invented relationships, and He invented marriage, and He invented love, then He must definitely be a being of love, a relational being.
You can see that also in my case, for example, our hearts, they joined together, and now we become one. And it's the same with God. When you surrender to Him, you're going to become one. That's the Bible says.
Helps to learn faith. When you go through things that really challenge you, then you learn to actually have faith and trust in God.
And you realise, just like you love to do things for your helpless child, you realise God loves to do things for you when you're helpless. And it's nothing you deserve necessarily, but it's just because God loves you, just like you love a helpless baby.
It also, if you got God with you, no matter what comes up, no matter what situation, you know that you've got somebody there to back you up. You know that God is there. And together, when you do talk to each other and then you go to God, He always finds a solution for you.
How very special and unique each one of us are to God. Because I've got 2 children, and each one of them, they're so different and special and precious.
For example, this morning she told me, I asked her, are you ready? Yes, I'm ready. 10 minutes later, are you ready? Yes, I'm ready.
Yeah, but I changed my mind.
I think the way I'm having patience towards her, God is having patience towards us as well.
No, He's got more patience.
Who, me?
God.